U.S. households are running out of cash as inflation continues to take its toll on the American people. Let's dive into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Frank Talks Money. Real quick guys, you know what it is. Please remember to smash that like button. The more likes the video receives, the more the algorithm will show the video with more like-minded people like you and me. Now let's dive right into the content. Guys, they say Americans are running out of cash. They're running out of cash where they can't save, they can't invest, and they cannot save any type of liquid emergency funds. It is becoming harder and harder for Americans to raise funds in case of an emergency, according to a recent survey by the Fed Bank of New York. So again, guys, just let me preface, this article is not Frank's opinion. It's coming straight from the Fed Bank, okay? Let me just preface that. This is not Frank's opinion. This is straight from the Fed Bank, the Fed that controls our interest rates and the money supply. The bank's survey of consumer expectations for February found that the average likelihood of Americans being able to come up with $2,000 within a month for an unexpected emergency rose to 65%. That's the highest level since the survey began tracking the data in October of 2015. So basically, guys, what that is saying is that if most Americans cannot come up with $2,000 within a 30-day period in case of an emergency, 65% of Americans could not come up with $2,000 in case of an emergency. Guys, that's a problem. That is a major problem. And people want to jump in my comments and say everybody ain't broke. Everybody's not broke. But when we're talking about 65% of the population, the majority of individuals are broke. I understand everybody is not broke, but the majority of individuals are broke. Statistics say that. I don't know why I can't say that word, but the statistics say just that. Guys, if you're still here, smash that like button. Guys, if you're still here, smash that like button for me, please. So guys, got a couple clips I want to show you. Hang tight. Take a look at these clips.
Well, we just had to move the last $100 out of our savings account because our cell phone bill came out a little early. Anybody else in this boat? This living paycheck to paycheck life it's not it. It's just not it. I'm at the point where I'm either just going to rob a bank or start selling pictures of my body. I mean, there has to be a niche of people who like mom bods, right? I could really use one of those $200,000 months like some of these other creators get. I'm willing to put in the work. Okay, thanks, bye.
I was like, oh, 37 years until I retire. I could do this. I don't have a savings account. There's hardly anything in my 401k. I'm not retiring.
While the CPI data for February showed prices moved up less than expected, there are concerns about the impact of the Trump administration tariffs on the economy. Economic projections by the Federal Reserve suggest officials expect inflation to move higher this year more rapidly than previously expected. Inflation has started to move up. We think partly in response to tariffs, and there may be a delay in further progress over the course of this year, Fed Chair Jerome Powell said at his Fed meeting on March 19th. However, Powell said he doesn't expect the levies to have a long-lasting effect, and he does not expect us to go into a recession. Got a couple more clips, guys. Hang tight.
I just seen a tweet by a grown man saying, did I just go broke buying playoff Ravens tickets? And he showed his account. It was $580 for the tickets or whatever, and he had $27 in his bank account. Listen, as a grown man, please take your finances seriously. Coming from somebody who has touched a lot of money in the early 20s, fucked up a lot of money, taking some risks, and then makes a lot of money again, please take your finances seriously, especially as a grown man. Financial stress damn near can kill you. It can literally shave off years of your life. There are statistics around how a lot of people couldn't endure a $1,000 emergency. Think about how many people don't have four figures in their bank account. That is just $1,000. It's literally so many, and it's sad. For any young man out there, please try to stack your first $5,000. Try to be able to put away $10,000 in an emergency fund that you don't touch and live below your means. Living paycheck to paycheck, for some, is unavoidable due to circumstances, but for many people, you can actually take 2 to 3 years of your life in your 20s and appropriately save and maximize your earning potential and live below your means, and you'll be ahead of 85 to 90% of the men on the planet. It is definitely not a flex to show your account and you have $27 to your name. That's 2 to 3 Chipotle bowls and a bag of chips. Let that sink in.
Did you know 70% of Americans don't even have $1,000 in their savings account? Well, why does that matter? It matters because if you don't have $1,000 in your savings account, then you need to budget your money better. The expenses should be last. That means you're living above your means.
Retailers have also been seeing the impact, with many warning first quarter sales will be softer than expected. I do not think it's just a bit of an uncertain world out there right now, said the Fed. What's going to happen from a tariff standpoint? If tariffs are put in place and prices rise the way that they might, what's going to happen with the consumer? Walmart CEO Doug McMillon recently told an audience at an Economic Club of Chicago event that he has seen some customers that are under budget pressure exhibit stress behavior. You can see that the money runs out before the month is gone. You can see that people are buying smaller pack sizes at the end of the month because they have to watch their money. So guys, Americans just don't have any money right now. Americans are just tapped out financially. Americans have not saved. Americans have not invested their money. Americans have gone deeply into debt, financing everything in sight. And because of those behaviors, Americans are struggling big time in 2025. That's just how it is. That's just facts. Now, my opinion, that's just facts, guys. And the only thing that's going to help this right now, guys, things are going to get harder out here in the economy. As always, wages are not keeping up with inflation and price increases. So Americans are hurting. But the only advice that I can give you guys, you got to get if you are struggling with debt, not able to save, you have to get your income up. You have to figure out a way to raise your income, guys. I don't care if you got to work a second job. I don't care if you got to drive Uber or Lyft. I don't care if you got to sell stuff. I don't care. You have to do what you have to do to take care of yourself and your families. One thing you cannot do is sit and do nothing, because that would not make your situation any better. You cannot sit and do nothing, ladies and gentlemen. You have to take action, and you have to take massive action. Your financial situation is not going to fix itself. You have to take action, and you have to fix it. If that means you need to go out and work 2 or 3 jobs, you got to do what you got to do. Otherwise, wallow in it, stay in debt, stay broke, don't change anything, and you will continue to get what you have been getting. I'm sorry to put it to you that way, but that's the facts of the matter. Nothing will change until you change. So guys, that's my talk on how the Fed says Americans are running out of money, making it harder and harder to save for emergencies. So guys, please like this video, share the video, and most important, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Frank Talks Money. And with that, guys, always remember, financial decisions you make today will impact your financial life tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Frank Talks Money. I am